Well, visas and the safety of visitors have dominated discussions on the first day of the Tourism Leadership Conference underway at Sun City. Minister Patricia de Lille praised the sector for its performance during her keynote address this afternoon. Newzroom Afrika reporter Ahmed Kajee is live for us at the Northwest Resort. Ahmed, so a lot going on for the tourism industry. It's just been able in the last year and a half or so to recover from the impact of COVID. What else is on the agenda?
Thanks very much, Timikele. Good evening. A big part of what we have seen today, as you just mentioned, is the aspect around the tourism numbers increasing and the visas coming through from visa-free countries. I will be touching that on in a few moments as well. This evening we have an exciting gala dinner taking place within the next few moments over here at Sun City. Tomorrow those conversations and engagements will be continuing until about midday, where various role players and stakeholders within the tourism sector will be discussing the way forward for the industry heading into the rest of this year and into 2024 ahead of next year's conference. But what we had seen today is the tourism minister saying that safety of a tourist is exceptionally important. They are going to be partnering with the private sector to ensure that many tourists who will be coming into South Africa now during the holiday season will be taken care of. From a Home Affairs Department, Minister Ahmed Kajee saying that visa applications who happen to be coming into South Africa, safety is the first priority. So any delays which may be coming through from the Home Affairs Department, that is simply due to the fact that there is vetting processes being done. In terms of whether load shedding is having an impact on those, that is yet to be seen, but one can make their inferences from there on in. But I'm going to bring into the conversation one of the board members from the Tourism Business Council of South Africa. They've been hosting this entire leadership conference just to take us through the other aspects of today. Mr. Mabena, thanks very much for your time this evening. You must be excited at a very promising day of dialogue between stakeholders within the industry.
Yes, thank you very much. We had a lovely day one, as we call it. I think firstly our numbers are up, which is great. We have over 500 delegates this year, which is wonderful. But I think more than anything else, we had good engagements, and I think the more important thing is that there's closer working relationship between government and business in tourism.
Going forward, when do you think some of the resolutions made over here will be implemented? Is it short-term, medium-term, long-term?
In fact, there's quite a few of them that are a little bit short-term. There's announcements that were made by the minister, I think today herself, which are going into cabinet within the next 2 weeks. So there's big announcements that are going to come out of that. And we're very excited about that because it's things that we've been waiting for a long time. So we're looking forward to those big announcements coming out.
This is the second installment of this particular leadership conference. We had one last year at the same venue. Take us through some of those instances, or at least some of those resolutions which have already been implemented, which you may have seen.
I think the biggest one really has been a closer working relationship between South African tourism and TBCSA. And tomorrow morning, in fact, one of the continuing conversations into the day is a feedback session on those very issues. The issue of safety and security, I think you've touched on it earlier on. But more than that, I think there's been a lot of working relationship between the Home Affairs piece, where we've now seen kind of a lot of stuff happening. The transport permits, the tour operator permits issues, a lot of them are now getting a little bit cleared, which came out of last year's resolutions, and we've seen them getting cleared, and we're excited that at least we're making progress there.
Speaking towards the Tourism Equity Fund, which is hoping to be made available to the sector, Minister de Lille saying that 1.2 billion rand worth of cash injection will enter into the sector. When are you expecting that to come in, and what will that mean then for the tourism, many startups and those who are already established?
If I recall from this morning's presentation, I think the minister indicated that she's presenting it to cabinet, I think on the 13th of this very same month. So coming out of that, I think there is obviously compliance processes from a government point of view. So it should be coming in very short term. So we're looking forward to that announcement.
And then just speaking finally towards the Northwest province as a whole, this is the second time we are having this conference here. This is also a very popular destination for people within South Africa and from across the borders. How exactly does Sun City as a whole represent Northwest province and in the country as a whole?
I think we all know Sun City. It's a global venue. It's a venue that kind of has really positioned the country as well as the province, both from an event side, from hosting big conferences. And I think the facilities here are absolutely world class. I mean, the golf course hosts the Nedbank Challenge every November of every year. So from that point of view, I think the contribution of this venue towards the province and towards the country is a big one, and I think we are very proud to be associated with this brand.
Mr. Mabena, thanks very much for your time today. It's greatly appreciated. Temekile, board member from the Tourism Business Council of South Africa, Mr. Jerry Mabena, just taking us through exactly what we had seen throughout the day. A very promising sessions expected to take place tomorrow. This gala dinner this evening will just be taking us through just a bit more of what we have seen over the course of today. And it will be a celebration of tourism as the country observes Tourism Month, heading into Transport Month next month, and in the holiday season from around the start to middle of December right through until the middle of January.
Ahmed Kajee, thank you very much for that reporting from Sun City tonight.